want to continue on probation. You understand that, right?
Right.
And our concern is this, in 2018, you picked up a drug offense. Is that right?
Correct.
And then in 2019, right?
Right.
And then again in 2020, and that's kind of why we're here, right?
Well, no, it was just in 18 and 20.
Um,
Yeah, I believe that 2019 was the same date as the 2018. It just got filed later. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it was.
Your 2018 case, it was June 11th, 2018. Your 2019 case was January 5th, 2019. And now your newest case was from March 5th, 2020. But my point is that, you picked up 3 different offenses, within the last 2 to 3 years, right?
But due to the loss of my brother and me being thrown out in the streets, I was like kind of lost. But yes, I did.
Okay. And you talked about your children, and I'm sympathetic, and it's a very difficult time right now. But to be a good parent to them, having drug issues may not put you in the best situation to be successful. Would you agree with that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
If you're having some issues of using drugs, whether it's meth or cocaine, that's not a good influence for your young children, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so, the concern is, we have to weigh between getting you help and escalating now to inpatient to where, well, now your kids are at home and they need a mom. They need a mom not just for now, but for the long term, right? Okay. So are you telling the court that maybe right now is not the best time for, an inpatient like Safe P because of the virus going on and the wait, but at some point in the future, you'd be willing to go to Safe P to get yourself some help so you can be healthy, for the rest of your life. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, but I could do outpatient, which would let me be out there with them. But if inpatient has to be, then I would have to like first talk to my kids and see where I could leave them.
Okay. So maybe not right now, and you're asking the court for a chance to right now to go home, be with your kids, and then maybe once things get better here, just in the world, if there's still some issues, you would be willing to go to Safe P.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing further, Judge.
All right. Nothing further from for this witness, Your Honor. But if I can read the statement from her daughter or give you a summary.
Yes, please.
So she just said that, Your Honor, if you could please find the kindness in your heart to be lenient with the sentence of Martha Martinez, my mother. If you do decide to be lenient on the sentence, it would be the biggest blessing ever to me and I'm going to cry, Judge, I'm sorry, and my younger siblings, because we're still in the need of our mother, who's the only person out there in this world that truly cares for us. I know she made a bad decision and has been wrong, but really she is an amazing mom. She's nurturing and she's a loving mother. She's the only person I have depended on and still do. However, she does have 2 younger kids that depend on her as well. She still has a lot of more motherly love to offer them that they need. The love and caring I give to them would never compare to our mother's love, and they are in need of her. I am going to graduate this Thursday, which is today, Your Honor, which is the biggest achievement and milestone of my life. And not having my mom by my side is killing me. She's the only person other than myself who I did this for. And out of all the people, the only person I really wanted to be there, excuse me, to support me and to watch me across the stage to receive my diploma. Having my mom for graduation, not having her for graduation is the most distressful thing yet. And I cannot even imagine how much more painful it would be if my mom could not be here with me soon. So thank you on my behalf for taking the time out of your day to receive it and hear my statement.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Field. Thank you. So do we have any arguments from either party?
Judge, I'll go ahead and go, if that's okay with the court.
Yes.
Considering just where we're at right now, with with the wait on inpatient. I'm not, if this were a different time, I guess I would feel differently. There is a concern that Ms. Martinez has picked up 3 different drug offenses. It's not to the extent of heroin, which is cause for a little bit more concern. At this point, considering, her children at home and the uncertainty of things right now with them, and then as well as, not knowing what date she would be able to get to an inpatient facility. I'm kind of changing courses a little bit, and I don't know if there's a way for the court to let Miss Martinez have an opportunity with the drug patch in addition to some other type of treatment. She may have already had outpatient, but if there's a way we can do a drug patch and the understanding that we will revisit this when a time comes where there's not a wait for SafeP or their virus is a little bit less of a concern. At the same time, it also gives her an opportunity to prove herself to the court that, I don't need SafeP, or I'm being successful, so maybe not right now. But if we can have that understanding that, I would change my recommendation that was initially given to the court that, we can revisit this. We'll give you an opportunity with a drug patch. That way we have a little bit more of an idea what's going on. And, just in my opinion, just the issues with the Wade and her family at home. And if she's the sole provider, that to me at this point kind of outweighs the need for an inpatient treatment. If we can revisit that at a later date, if we can schedule that kind of a check-in with her, then we would change our view on the case.
Ms. Castillo?
Well, Your Honor, in light of the situation that the state has changed their view, I do ask you as well to go along with the state and let her have this opportunity to get out and prove to the court that she does not need the inpatient, or if she doesn't, if she fails, then visit the inpatient at a later date. I am concerned if the judge does let her out and ask for too many things. She has no money. The drug patch is kind of expensive. One of the issues that she hadn't started her IOP is because of the financial stress. So I just ask the court, if you consider letting her out on her probation, that you do whatever the court can to help her with the financial burdens that probation carries, especially during this, during this time. She's been in jail for 3 months, will get out, will not have a job. Her daughter has lost her job. So it's just very, very stressful, and financial stress also puts people in, in a worse position to handle if there is a drug problem, to handle that sort of thing. But we do ask that you give her this opportunity, let her out, give her probation, and help her with the financial burden that probation will pass on people.
All right. So, Ms. Martinez, your lawyer asked you, or while you were testifying, you mentioned that you had not been able to be with your children for the last 3 months.
Correct.
But we have talked about that a little bit. The reason you aren't around or able to be with your children is nothing that anyone in this court caused, correct?
Correct.
And that even prior to that, my concern is you have how many children? 3? That those 3 children, prior to that, you weren't really worried about them when you picked up 2 additional drug cases. So just follow me now. You were placed on probation, and everybody took you at your word and said, hey, I'll be able to accomplish this. While you were out on probation, because it had to cross your mind that if something happened, don't complete or do this probation correctly, then I can be taken away from my kids. And what bothers me, Ms. Martinez, is you still were willing to take that chance and picked up 2 new cases.
But the reason was I was trying to get fast money is I didn't have a job, and that was the only way that I could provide for them. And the loss of my brother and them, I was in the process of getting a job, but I was only 4 months on probation, so it was helping me out a lot more. And I was looking for jobs, and my probation officer seeing all the applications I was applying for. So I was in this process of changing, but I was with the wrong person. I mean, I don't know what's supposed to be around the drugs.
And I know you mentioned that the loss of your brother quite often. Here's the deal, Ms. Martinez, as your lawyer so amply put it, there's gonna be probably a lot more stresses and a lot more pressure on you once you come out. Because if I see fit to continue you on probation, you know, I don't want to set you up for failure. And just from what you've said to us today, that last time when it came crunch time, you resorted to trying to sell drugs. Now, I'm going to assume that was to take care of your family. I'm gonna make that leap, okay? But because of the current situation we have going on in our society, I don't want to be the one to set you up for that failure. So that either you will go out and sell drugs or that you will use it, okay? Because as your lawyer knows, if we continue on this probation, there is going to be some expense with it. It's only so much that I can waive and only so much that I cannot have assessed to you. But there is going to be some fees and consequences. So at the end of the day, only you can tell us whether or not you can do that.
But Your Honor, I am ready to get on so I can verify myself for my IRS check, which is close to 5,000, and maybe with that I can save up to get me through it and pay the rent and stuff, you know, until my daughter can get her another job after graduation and all that. So I'm pretty sure being out we can work some out, and my 16-year-old is gonna be ready to work too.
And I don't want it to be that we have to, I mean, I want kids to still be kids. You know,
Correct, yeah.
where I don't want it to be a situation where they feel the pressure or feel some kind of responsibility because of some of the situations their mom had. Okay? So I appreciate it being a situation where your kids will be able to help out, but it's not their responsibility, okay? It's definitely yours. Because this is what I will tell you, as I've told other people. I will give choices and chances all day, Ms. Martinez. I will give you every choice and every chance, okay? And I will give you every opportunity to either make something of the chance that you get, and it can only be the choices that you make will determine if you stay out or stay in. Because even though this COVID and this pandemic and all that stuff is going on, you know what is not closed? The jails. Yeah, who has not stopped working is the police department.
Which I'm not coming back, right, okay.
So, I am willing to go ahead and we will try this again. We will, go ahead and we will allow you to be, continued on probation with the 2 cases that you're already on probation on. We will modify I will find the state's motion true, first of all. I need to go back and tell you that I find that the plea of truth that you entered, I find you were competent to enter those pleas. I find that you entered those pleas freely and voluntarily. In regards to your new case, and I don't know if I asked you that, Ms. Cecilia, so in regards to the probation violation cases, your client is pleading true, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in regards to the new case, your client is pleading guilty, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in the new case, Ms. Martinez, I find that that plea of guilty, is that your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you doing that freely and voluntarily?
Yes,
Okay. So I find that you were competent to enter that plea of guilty as well.
yes, Your Honor.
And I find that there is more than enough evidence to find you guilty of this new offense in cause number F20528555. However, I'm going to defer finding guilty. I'm going to place you on a 5-year deferred adjudication. Okay, so for 5 years, you'll be on probation. Along with that probation, you will have to successfully complete IOP.
Okay.
With all of these, with the 2 continued probations and the new probation.
Okay.
Now, here's the deal I'll make with you, Ms. Martinez. I gave you a 5-year probation, okay? However, if you successfully do everything you're supposed to do, and you contact your lawyer in 2.5 years and say, hey, I have finished what the judge asked me to do, I will let you off probation early. You won't have to have a whole 5-year probation, but this means you have to have skin in the game too, Ms. Martinez. This means that, you know, I'm trying every effort that I can to help you be successful and succeed. However, if you violate these probations again, there will be a car coming for you. Won't be Uber and it won't be Lyft. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so it will be the order and judgment of the court that you will be continued on the two probations in the F-18 case and in the F-19 case. And in the cause number, the F-20 cause number, you'll be placed on a 5-year deferred adjudication. In each of these cases, you are ordered to successfully complete IOP. Is there anything further from either side?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
All right, anything from you, Mr. Anastas? I see your hand is up.
Yes, Judge, sorry. I didn't know if the court made a decision on whether as a condition there would be a drug patch. I know there's a financial concern, but I just wanted to inquire as to the ruling or the decision on that.
I will start with IOP, and this is why I'm gonna do that, Ms. Martinez. I'm taking a chance here. You know, I understand that you have not worked, and I understand that that drug pack is an expense. However, in exchange for that, you're going to have a week. I'm going to give you 1 week to sign up for IOP. So once you get out, you will have a week to give us proof that you've signed up for IOP. If you have not signed up for IOP in a week, and I mean register, okay, if you have not signed up in a week, then I will come back and I'll modify your probation to place a drug patch on you.
Okay.
So the cheaper, inexpensive way for you is to immediately get out and sign up for IOP,
Okay,
okay?
yes, Your Honor.
So does everybody understand that? We will monitor that, and if you do not sign up for IOP within a week, I will then require you to have a drug patch.
Yes,
I don't know how much that costs, but whatever the cost is, it's gonna be expensive if you haven't worked in about 3 months. Okay?
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
Does everybody understand that? Does that make sense, Mr. Anastas?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Okay. So I'm trying to meet you halfway, because I understand the situation that you're in. Your lawyer has done a great job of laying that out for us. But now the ball's in your court, okay, Ms. Martinez?
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
All right. There's nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Anastas, we will call you back if we need to, okay?
Yes, Judge, thank y'all.
All right, bye.
Thank you.